Hi, this is David Weekley with KoreanZ.com, and here we are with Samsung. Hi, this is David Weekley. Can you tell me your name and your position at Samsung?
Yes, James Sandusky with Samsung Electronics Director of Marketing.
Excellent. Now, what is Samsung's role here at CES? You've got a very large booth. You have got a very large array of products. We interviewed with a number of different employees checking out different products in Samsung's line. What would you describe as Samsung's theme here at CES?
Well, clearly the theme in today's show is digital. Samsung Digital, everyone's invited. In the past 5 years, we've always had a presence here at the show, but it's typically been off to the side where we've been displaying our products. But this is the first time in 5 years that we've been on the floor, and it really, I think, makes a statement in terms of our digital direction. We have a whole wide array of new products that we're showcasing today, from our traditional CRT-based rear projection TVs to flat-screen digital televisions to some of our flagship products such as our FLCD, which will be shipping shortly, and our line of plasma televisions.
Now, what do you see the importance of everything going digital being? I mean, Samsung Digital, it's even in the title. What's the importance of everything being digital?
Well, clearly, much of the world is transitioning to a digital world, and Samsung is ready to be at the forefront of that digital revolution, and I think that's clear by the types of products that you see here today. I mean, Samsung came to market as an analog player, first participated with promotionally priced 13, 19-inch television, and in the ensuing years that Samsung's been in the United States market, has really transitioned to a mid to a high screen size television manufacturer. But now that the world is transitioning from analog to digital, we want to be at the forefront of that revolution, and I think that's clear by what you see here.
Is there a general theme other than digital? Like, digital is a pretty broad theme. I mean, most of the products that we see here at CES have some sort of digital component to them. So is there a specific market segment that Samsung feels like it's targeted at, or is Samsung really just trying to go for the broad scope of consumer electronics, and specifically digital consumer electronics?
Samsung is looking to be a full-line digital supplier, and whether it's display products that I'm personally responsible for, but it really expands beyond that. I mean, we're looking at digital convergence products such as DVD and MP3 players, and also TFT LCD screens, and even building in video displays into some audio products. So we're looking to be a full-line digital supplier to the CE industry.
What is it that gives Samsung an advantage over its other competitors?
I think there's some real core competency that Samsung brings to the marketplace. Samsung started out as a semiconductor company, and in fact became the world's largest semiconductor maker in DRAM memory chips. But we've really broadened from that. Using semiconductor as a foundation, we've expanded into display products significantly.
Now, Samsung has a vast array of products that go beyond just simply digital consumer products, ranging from everything from microwaves to fridges to dishwashers and so forth. Would you say that amongst all of Samsung's products, there's a certain theme, there's a certain image, a vision of the future that's hoped for?
I think the vision for Samsung is one of entertainment and enjoyment, and really making one's life simple. And the products are all themed to be simple and lightweight and thin, to really fit into a consumer's lifestyle.
Would you describe Samsung products in general as targeting the upper class markets, or the middle class, or the cheaper markets? Or what market segment do you think Samsung is really targeting with its products?
Samsung's we're actually looking at a couple different segments. I mean, we do offer analog product, which is geared for the mainstream market, but we're also, as a brand, as we look at our digital products, looking kind of the midline products. But even with that, we're also looking at the very high end by coming out with products that are completely unique to the marketplace, such as our FLCD products. So in that sense, we're also targeting the very high end of the market for the consumer that has a very affluent consumer who just wants the best technology available, irrespective of what the price is.
What are Samsung's goals for 2001?
2001, it's really one of continuing to reposition Samsung as a digital company. All of our efforts are focused on everything digital. So that, I would say, is the number one priority. At the same time, we're also looking at quality growth. So we look at our distribution, and we're really targeting the type of distribution that can really tell the Samsung story. So we've really lined ourselves up with key retail partners who can tell the Samsung story on the floor. So that would be priority number two, is quality growth.
And how would you describe everyone's invited as your sort of sub-slogan? What do you really mean by that, and how does that influence Samsung's direction?
Okay. Well, the theme behind everyone's invited is that as the world transitions from analog to digital, it's not just going to be expensive products, but Samsung has been traditionally known as a high-quality supplier of good valued product, and we'll continue to do that in the digital era as well. So even though we're moving to digital, we're also going to have affordable digital products, and in that sense everyone is invited to enjoy those digital products.
Now, Samsung is generally, at least in the electronics market, focused on consumer entertainment, although it's started to move into consumer publishing with making high-quality digital camcorders, with making digital picture cameras. I saw the first, one of the very first cameras that you have produced at the show here. What do you see the direction for that being? Do you see yourself getting more into consumer and prosumer authoring of content?
What we see is we look at our business in three different areas. We look at home multimedia, which is our projection televisions that we have on display. A second segment of our business is telecommunications, which is our wireless handheld phones. And then our third is what we call our mobile multimedia, which is MP3 players, digital still cameras, as you see. So we want to offer entertainment products that not only apply to the home, but also can be enjoyed outside of the home. So that's really kind of the direction. We want to be an integral part of a consumer's lifestyle, whether that's in the home or outside of the home.
Now, in terms of set-top boxes, I know that you guys have a partnership with Nuon, and you've been doing some interesting things with, interactive DVD and so forth. Do you see yourself at any point partnering with a personal television group like Ultimate TV or like Web TV, etc., or like TiVo?
Certainly, that's a market that we continue to look at. The personal video recorder, which is a hard disk-based recorder system, is something that we continue to study. I have no announcements to make here at the show, but we continue to study that marketplace. And Samsung is a strong player in the hard disk drive business. And so it's kind of a natural fit that at some point we might have some hard disk-based products, but again, no specific announcements here at the show.
Are there any surprise directions that you see Samsung taking in the next year or two, like a new market or a new technology that you'll come out with that'll, you think, surprise the market?
Well, I think any of the surprises that you may be referring to would be here on display at the show, as we're showing products that we'll be delivering anywhere from the next 2 or 3 months to as late as the end of the year. So I think if there's maybe one surprise that I've heard in terms of feedback from dealers and other consumers that I've met here at the show has really been our line of plasma display. Plasma receives a lot of attention in the marketplace because it's that futuristic hang-on-the-wall type of television. And up until now, people have not known that Samsung is a manufacturer of the plasma panels. And by our statement here at the show that we have a 63-inch HD plasma display that is the world's largest, I think really makes a statement to people about our capabilities and probably is one of the biggest surprises that they've seen.
Now, Samsung is such a large manufacturer, has a large number of OEM deals where you'll go and manufacture a product and somebody else's brand name will be on it. Do you find that frustrating? Is that a trend that's going to change? Will we see more Samsung products that are actually labeled Samsung in the near future?
Clearly, it is a direction of more Samsung-labeled product. Samsung has been a strong OEM supplier to different name brands, and I think that's a testament to the quality of our product when the other name brands are willing to purchase product from Samsung and apply their label to it. But our direction is clearly one of emphasizing Samsung branded product. Will the OEM business go away? No. We'll continue to have that business. It certainly provides economy of scale benefits for us. So that's a business that will continue. But I think we're proud to put Samsung's name on many of these high technology products that we make today.
How do you plan on building the Samsung brand name in the United States?
A variety of different ways. We're actually making major investments in media to make greater awareness of the Samsung name. And I think a good example of that is the fact that we are one of the 11 worldwide sponsors of the Olympics. And during the Olympics that transpired this past late summer, early fall in Australia, there was a lot of advertisement of the Samsung brand name during those events, and we continued with a fourth quarter commercial schedule that continued to play. And then as we look towards 2001, we'll continue making media investments, not only in television, but also in print as well. And again, the theme of it will be Samsung Digital, everyone's invited. So we're, I think, more present in our advertising than we've ever been before.
Would Samsung consider itself an e-commerce company? I mean, how much do you do with your website, and how web-oriented do you feel that your company is?
We're becoming more and more web-oriented. We look at the web today as primarily as an informational tool for consumers. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, they can find out information about Samsung product, and that focus is going to continue. We do offer some e-commerce on our site today. It actually serves two purposes. Number one is we are setting up a program to where our dealers can actually place orders on our website, and it certainly enhances the order processing experience. So that's number one. And number two is we do offer direct to consumer sales through our site, but it's really more of a convenience, and certainly not at retails that would disrupt our retail partners and our distribution plans. So they've generally accepted it and understand that our direction is to focus through our retail base, but at the same time, they understand the need to provide a convenience to our customer.
A number of these Samsung products that have recently been created attach to PCs in various ways, whether they're display devices or they're used to upload pictures from a camera or download video from a video camcorder. Does Samsung see itself in the near future moving closer to the PC, manufacturing peripherals that work more tightly with the PC, or actually even making PCs itself?
The answer to that is yes. Samsung is a very strong player in the IT industry. My responsibility is obviously consumer electronics, but we have a very strong division in the information technology group. We are the number one manufacturer of computer monitors worldwide, and our division based out of San Jose is involved in LCD screens, is involved in computer monitors, and in Korea, although not here in the United States, but in Korea, we are the number one brand of PC components. So, whether it be the finished box, which we are have the number one market share, but also DVD-ROMs, optical devices, we're also extremely strong in. So, as we look at the U.S. market, there is definitely a convergence between PC and consumer type products. So it's a natural fit for Samsung.
Now, why is it that in Korea, Samsung felt free to go ahead and make PCs and so forth, but we haven't seen too many Samsung PCs in the United States? And is that something that will change in the coming year?
It's something that may change in the future. The U.S. market is an extremely competitive marketplace, one of the most difficult markets for really any manufacturer. So we've not really had success to date in PCs in the United States, but that's something that could always change. I think one of Samsung's competencies is in slim and lightweight design, so there might be the opportunity to come up with PCs or laptop computers, maybe more specifically, that offer some unique benefits that aren't being addressed in the U.S. today. So subject to change. Have to wait and see.
Finally, since Samsung focuses a lot of its efforts on making things that are sleek, lightweight, easy to use, and so forth, and the PC is often becoming the center of people's activities, does Samsung ever see itself getting involved in the software business?
We do have... That's actually a good question. We are involved in software development, but in my mind, Samsung is an outstanding hardware manufacturer, and certainly as we look towards the future of software, whether it be the you could almost say the operating system that runs the television, will become more and more important. And in the area of home networking, which I think is very software driven, Samsung is looking to devote a lot of resources. So I think the answer to your question is yes. Samsung will be more involved in the area of software, but really more in the direction of home networking, making all of these CE products and IT products, for that matter, talk to each other.
And what consortia is Samsung part of in terms of home networking, like Home RF, Home PNA, any of those?
Well, we work with all those technologies. I think one of the standards that Samsung is proud to have brought to the market is our Home Wide Web standard, which was adopted last year by the EIA Association. So I think that shows the fact that we are moving strongly into the home networking area.
Thank you very much for your time.
Okay, thank you.